Hi, I'm Deb,
And I'm Mike.
and this is our YouTube channel.
Welcome to Fun and Frugal in Retirement with Deb and Mike.
Do you ever feel like you need a quick getaway? Do you have enough of money for a quick getaway? And are quick getaways in your budget? Well, for us, this past winter was really brutal in the Northeast. We had so much snow. We really couldn't go out a lot. We're not, I know we live in New England, but we're not skiers. So, and the other thing, it was also our 50th wedding anniversary. And our trip, we were supposed to take a trip to Rome, but I ended up having cataract surgery and they wouldn't let me travel. So,
Kind of changed our plans.
yeah, changed that plan. So we decided just to go away for a couple days to celebrate our anniversary. And we ended up going to New Hampshire. And we're going to tell you about our trip. And then at the end, we will break down, let you know what we spent for that.
Right. Um, we were looking for a 2 night package. That's what we settled on, a 2 night package. We figured that'll be a good amount of time. And so we went on the Expedia app, which is what Debbie always does. She does all
Yep.
that on the Expedia app to check out, what was available up there. So on the Expedia app, and we could see that two night packages, and one of the places was a place we had gone to a number of times before, and we said, this looks pretty good. I like this. Um, so it would include this 2 day package would include your 2 full dinners with drinks for 2 people, and also for 2 people, 2 continental breakfasts, which was
Nice.
excellent. And this particular place has got restaurant and pub in the same building. You don't have to
Yep.
go anywhere. You can
Right.
just stay right there
Yep.
for those kinds of things. And that is just great.
That's what we like.
You walk out of your room and you go downstairs and
Right.
you go to your right or your left and you've got a great place to go.
Yep.
Um, so what we always do though is we get the Expedia price and look at that and everything.
Yep.
We always call that facility. All right. So I called this place and I said, "Look, what do you have for 2 night packages?" And she said, "We have this 2 night package, and included basically the same thing: the dinners, the breakfast, continental breakfast,
So it was
all
what
that."
we were looking at.
Yeah,
It was the same thing,
it was, and they
but
also had availability too,
right.
which was
But they didn't have. Um, they told us what their price was.
right.
That's what we wanted to know, and it was the same as what we were getting on Expedia.
So I says, "Okay," I said, "That's great." I said, and I gave her a name. I said, "We've been there." I said several times. She goes, "Yes, I can see that you have." And I said, and the reason why I'm saying that, we did check out Expedia, and you guys are at the same price, but we've been there before. Is there anything you can do for us?
Right.
And she says, actually, we can give you a nice little
A
discount.
discount.
I said, well, that works for us.
Yep.
Why not? Because
Yep.
we knew what we were getting, and we weren't taking a big
And
chance.
they did
This is
tell us
great.
if you book with us direct,
Right.
if you find something on an app, try to call us direct because we will either match it or make it better, which they
Absolutely.
did. So that was great.
So we picked that and booked it.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, so we decided to go. So when we go on trips, we like to do full days. So even though we couldn't check into our room, I think it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I
We
think it was
and
3.
we ended up going earlier. We like to spend the whole day up there. So we kind of meander our way up, and then we look at where we're going to stay, and we try to find little places to go on the way up
Right.
to make it more like a trip. So we ended up doing that. We meandered up. We saw some historic
Some historic
buildings.
sites.
We like to drive by lakes and water and
Right.
see things. We like to look at nice historic houses. So we meandered all our way up. We
And we
took in
took
the
we
sights.
took note of antique shops. We
Right.
loved
We
the
love
antique,
antique
so we
shops.
took note of where they
We didn't,
were.
yeah, we didn't go into anything. And we ended up getting in there late afternoon. And we checked in and then we went for dinner right away.
Right.
I think we relaxed a little bit and then
Yeah.
we ended up going for dinner. I think we ate dinner around 5.
About 5ish. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got
I got yeah, prime rib.
No, you got a ribeye.
I got a ribeye. That's right. I forgot
Right.
about that.
It
Yep.
might have tasted like a prime rib, but it was ribeye. And I always get seafood where I go, so I
Right.
had scallops, and it did include a cocktail.
Right.
So we got our free cocktail, and we only drink water anyways.
Yeah.
Besides that, and we ended up, and they included coffee and tea. We ended up getting a cup of tea afterwards.
And with the meal too is
Mm.
you do get a potato, a vegetable,
Yep,
and there actually is dessert
yeah,
too.
we
But
could have gotten that, but it was too
yeah, it
much.
was too much.
Um, so we went back up to our room, and I think we settled in, and we went to sleep, and then we got up in the morning, and
We had our continental breakfast. We went
yep,
down, got that, and pretty good breakfast. I'll tell you, coffee, juices, some fruit.
yep.
You've got the muffins, some baked
There
goods.
wasn't anything hot, so they didn't have like, I mean, I'm sorry, they didn't have any meat,
Right, no meat. Yeah,
and that was okay because we don't have a big breakfast anyways in the
right.
morning, but it was good. It was really good.
It was good,
It was good.
and we were gonna be leaving. We asked if we could we took some coffee with us.
Yeah, we filled our to-go cups up
Right,
with coffee, and then they said, "Yeah, take a couple things." Like, so we took a couple pieces of
a
fruit
couple pieces of fruit just to have
just to have on a
because
little
you
trip.
never know. And we were pretty full.
Yeah, we were
We were
full,
pretty full.
but we knew we had a full day
Right.
where we were going.
Yeah.
So then we headed up.
Yeah. We actually headed up north, and where we're staying is barely a mile or so from the ocean. So we made our way out there, and there's this nice, great road that
Yep,
goes right along the highway. Well, it's not really a highway; it's just a winding road. On the right, you have the ocean, and on the left, you have some absolutely beautiful, I'll say, $1 million homes, if not more, and a lot of historical
yeah,
stuff.
very historical, very
Very historical,
large, very
right?
beautiful, like right off the cliffs, looking at the ocean. So it was really nice to see that up there. So we ended up meandering up there, and we ended up getting to our town that we wanted to see.
Right. And we were surprised to see how many people were there. It was the middle of the week.
Yep,
It was late March, and we're saying, "Wow!" So what that causes was places to park, and you can usually park on a side street or wherever. We couldn't find anything, so we found
we
a parking lot,
we did go into a parking lot.
right,
Yeah,
which was right near the center. So it
yep,
worked out. We were lucky,
yep,
and we parked there, and then we just made our way out into this beautiful little town.
yep,
And there were shops up and down. There were places to see. So we would go in and out of shops,
yep,
one after the other, just browsing through. And
yep,
you see a couple little places to eat, but we didn't certainly didn't need that. Little shops, and then uh, old New England has got a lot of architecture, some great buildings,
yep,
a museum or two here and there, a lot of churches, and we just walked and walked
yep.
and
And
walked.
it was a beautiful day. It wasn't freezing. It was brisk,
It was brisk,
but
yeah,
we were prepared for it.
yeah,
And when you go up into New England, there's sometimes things aren't open.
right,
So you might want to go into you know, uh, a historic place and it's
right,
closed.
right,
And that was okay for us.
right,
We really just went up there to do a lot of like window shopping.
right. So, like I said, there were a couple museums we could get into. There were smaller ones,
Yep,
and they were open. So
yep,
we did take advantage of that, and we were making basically a giant loop because this town allows you to do that. You just go down
yep.
all these little
The little
roads,
side roads and just kind of made a big circle.
and then we didn't plan on entertainment, but we could hear a guitar in the distance. So we followed that sound,
Yeah,
and sure enough, there's this guy just playing guitar. And I
yeah.
don't know if he sang or not, but he was
No, he was just playing. He
just a
was just
street
a
musician.
street musician,
And
and
you know,
that was pretty nice.
yeah, that was nice. And we just continued on, and
Yep,
wouldn't you know, more little shops
yep,
and more places to go in. And you go in these shops, and Debbie especially loves old books, and just we found books and pictures and history. It was just endless. And we we went actually we were kind of down by the water, and we were making our way back up towards the center,
yep,
and I saw this crowd and this noise. I said, "What is that?" Well, it turns out there's this guy playing bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
And he was dressed to the nines in his kilt and everything.
Yeah.
He was very
It
entertaining.
was very entertaining.
Large crowd around him, and
Yeah.
we just stood there for a little while. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. And so we moved on
We
from there.
continued.
Yeah, we
And
continued.
we heard more music.
We heard more music, and we were on the side of a church coming up the street, and there was a church to our left. And we walked, and we came around the front of the church, and which was closed. The closes church. The church was closed, and there were two violinists playing. They were probably what?
I think they were like college kids.
Yeah.
But they were really awesome.
They were really good. And you want to talk about, we didn't plan on any of this part of
Yeah.
it. All this music, this great music, the atmosphere. And so we listened to them for a short
We did
while.
listen to them. And then we realized we needed a coffee.
We needed a coffee, yeah. We're big
So,
into our coffees. So we found one actually not far from there.
Actually, we found one not far from our car.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was late. We spent a good 4 or 5 hours there.
Yeah. This is a lot of walking. Very tired.
We ended up going to this coffee shop.
Right.
And we
ordered a couple coffees and scones, and wouldn't you know, right at the window there was a seat, and we sat right there, and we loved to people watch. So we did that. We did that for a little while, and we left there, went back to our car, and headed back down. We get back about 4:00?
Yeah, I think we got a little before 4.
Right.
Because we had made, I forgot to ask, we had made a reservation at the restaurant there.
Right.
At our hotel, and because that was kind of our special day. So we went back, we got cleaned up. We had asked, could we sit near the fireplace, because it was we were celebrating our anniversary. So we went down to the restaurant, and there it was, smack there, right in front of the fireplace. They gave us a table. It was reserved. It was really pretty.
Yeah.
They really made it nice.
You felt special.
We felt special.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And that night we ended up having, we each had surf and turf.
Oh yeah, surf and turf. That's
surf
right.
And turf.
Yeah.
And that was great.
It included everything.
Yeah,
your potatoes, your vegetable salad.
Yeah.
And we were stuffed.
Yeah.
We were stuffed.
But we ended up, after we sat there for, we had our food and we relaxed and enjoyed the fireplace, we walked across the hall to the pub.
Right.
And we had our cocktail. And even though we were stuffed, we had popcorn.
Yeah.
With that. And we all we did was there were a lot of seniors there because it's during the week. So we just like to make conversation with people. And that's what we did.
Absolutely.
And after we enjoyed that for an hour, a couple hours, we went up to our room.
Yeah, we walked up to our room, which is very convenient.
Yep. So after that, we got up in the morning and we told you about our antique shops. So after we left, took our coffees, had our continental breakfast, took our coffees, we ended up going antiquing.
Yeah, on the way back, we stopped at a few shops. We didn't buy anything.
No,
but
we didn't buy anything.
It's as much fun to just look and maybe than it is to buy.
Well, we're trying to downsize.
Right.
So we really don't want to buy any more antiques.
Right.
But sometimes it's a little hard. And then I guess that was our trip. We got home around 5 o'clock.
About 5 o'clock.
We could have gone out to dinner.
Right. And we just chose, we were tired. Didn't really feel like spending any more money, but we just wanted to get home.
Right.
So we get home, and Deb's got this, she likes to freeze meals for later on. And she had, what did you make?
I took out 2 eggplant parmesans from our freezer, and by the time we cleaned up, those were already cooked in the oven.
Right.
But so now we're going to tell you. So that was our adventure.
That was our adventure, and it expanded over 3 days.
Right.
The day going up, or the 2 days up there,
whole full day,
and coming back.
Yep, coming back. So we really did have 3 full days.
Right.
So we're going to break down what we spent for you.
Okay. First, you got to remember what we did get.
Right.
All right. For the facility,
we got the room. It had a 4-poster canopy king size bed.
Right.
TV.
Yeah, cable TV, Wi-Fi.
Good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, good water pressure.
It had good water pressure. That's a big thing for us. Good water pressure.
Yes.
So we had a good shower.
Right.
We got 2 full meals for 2.
Right. With drinks, we got
2 cocktails each.
Right, 2 cocktails each. Two continental breakfasts.
Yep.
with all the extras that we would like.
And we had to say we had the convenience of everything right there,
Right.
and a historical place. And
So,
that's really it. So what we paid,
all right. So keep that in mind. All right. That place was $2.99 for that. Okay.
right,
For everything Deb just mentioned was $2.99 for that. And plus there are sales tax and room tax and all that kind of stuff, which was $30. And that came to $329
yeah,
for that part.
right,
Before we left, I always fill the tank before we go. And our car gets good mileage. It's about a 14-gallon tank, and it cost me $40 to fill it.
yeah,
We went up there. We did all the traveling around, and we didn't go up by highway. We went kind of on
right,
side roads
yeah,
all the way up. Went on our day trip, rode
yeah,
along the ocean, did all of that,
yeah,
and came back. And we estimate we used about $30 in gas. All right.
yeah,
So you're talking to 329. You're talking to $30 in gas. We gave the housekeeper $10.
yeah.
All right. And when we parked up in that little town, it was
Two
$2 to
dollars to
park.
park.
We had our coffee, which included tip, coffee, two scones, all right, and tip for $20. And then
And we're not cheap on the tipping
no,
either.
no, we're good tippers.
Right.
And then with the street musicians, we gave a total of $6 tips
Two
for
bucks each. We
two
gave them, we
bucks
threw
each.
it in their
Right.
little hat there.
All right. And so the whole trip,
The
if you
entire
add all
trip
that up, came to $397.
for two people with those great meals, a beautiful room,
Right.
things to do in the facility, things to do in the town. We did have access to a gym but we didn't use that gym.
Yeah, we ate too much.
We didn't want to, but we walked around. That was our exercise.
Right. And we had an excellent
We
time.
had a great time.
And on top of this, Deb and I had actually budgeted $500 for
Right.
this. We
We
weren't trying to do anything.
right.
Uh, to stay. Oh, we got to stay below that.
No,
We just did it.
we just did it.
All right. We went and we enjoyed it and we did it.
Yeah.
And if this kind of trip is something, the kind of thing you do,
Yeah.
there's a way to do it. And we had our budget. We knew it in general we wanted to go. Did a little bit of homework. We went on the Expedia app, and we always call that place just to see if we can get a better deal.
Right.
So that's it in a
So
nutshell. That
that
was
is
our
in a
anniversary
nutshell.
weekend.
Yep.
There'll be more trips
Well,
to come.
it was during the week.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, anniversary week. Anyway,
So what we'd like you to do, you let us know what kind of weekend or
mid,
week getaways
yeah, during the week.
during the week getaways, and how much you spend and what you like to do, and tell us if you liked our video. Again, we're having a really good time making these videos. We ask that you subscribe, and on that note,
Thanks for being with us. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.
bye.
Bye.